I've got an itch I can't scratch, I'm missing a piece that completes a whole part of me, an open wound scar to see. Everybody come here, gather round, welcome to the freak show, the best in town. What the hell's wrong with me? I don't get along with anybody, honestly. I've been living in my own head constantly, thoughts jumbled around, think I need a new lobotomy. Wait, all these thoughts are too negative. I don't wanna get lost in the sedative. Gotta show them what I got, I'm competitive. You know I'm about to go off, I won't let them win. I'll take a stab, I wanna chase a bag. I wanna weigh, I can change all the things I lack. I gotta face the facts, I got a taste in that. Got me obsessed with the rest, I got an itch to scratch. Slowing down, I'll give up everything. Daunting thought, if I could see my dreams, I'll make things right. 'Cause I'll do anything to make what I want a reality. Don't let go, don't let go. I'll make things right. 'Cause I'll do anything to make what I want a reality.
I just wanna find a way out, sick of the venom in my brain. Running from the past, wanna escape my pain. I just wanna be a better person, I deserve this. I just wanna break these chains. Always asking for greatness, true to myself, I never fake it. Seen too many once, I just so they get famous. And when I say the truth, most really can't take it. In spite of everything I've been through, I'ma make it. Fake friends, but on my downfall is toxic. Day one, started to outlaws for profit. Now all I do is write verses, no talking. All I do is put the work in, no option. This was everything I ever wanted. Created a legacy off of me, just being honest. And the fake ones hate, but it's all to no avail. They wanna see me lose, but you know I never fail.
I'll give up everything, daunting thought, if I can see my dream, make things right. 'Cause I'll do anything, make what I want a reality. Slowing down, I'll give up everything, daunting thought, if I can see my dreams, make things right. 'Cause I'll do anything to make what I want a reality. Don't let go, don't let go. I'll make things right. 'Cause I'll do anything to make what I want a reality.
Oh, damn, how we doing? How we doing today, man? We doing all right today? Another beautiful day. Ho, ho. Oh, man, let's get into it, huh? Let's see. What do we got today? Hope we doing all right today. How y'all doing today? Another beautiful day in paradise, guys. Morning. That was like the best part about like Crimson Desert. Crimson Desert is just such a big game. There's just so much to do in it. I was really hoping that they would get rid of the time limit on what is this? So you mean to tell me they never finished this? Cerberus Chaos Collide trailer. So they still never finished this? I thought the... Then again, I didn't beat the last one, did I? Oh wait, this is something else. What is this? That's something else. I don't know what the hell that is. That's weird. That's a weird one. Ooh. Oh. Woo! Yo, this game looks legit. Hands over. That actually looks really awesome. Damn, they're really trying to push this, huh? What is this? How's it go across forever? Let's go Rachel and Beastie Boy and Nigel and Duke Nukem. Nukem in the house. Oh. Yo, this looks crazy. What is this? Huh. By the way, that's a free-to-play game that's already out. It's a DLC for the game. I don't think it's gacha. Actually, you know what? Maybe it does have some gacha, but Asmund was able to get through the whole game without having to, like, rely on any of the gacha mechanics. Supposedly it's really good. Oh, wait, no, wait. No, this is the same game. This is also Where Winds Meet. Morning, Garlic Wooders. How's it going, Infidel? Woo. The Rocket League? Ew. Oh, yeah! They have the Unreal Engine 6 now, don't they? Did they just do that? Hold on.
To all of our friends here in Paris, and those watching all around the world, this is the future! And this is...
I love how out of all the games they could have chosen for Unreal Engine 6, they chose fucking Rocket League, man. Rocket League. Why Rocket League? Damn. Damn. Oh, all right. And it's just the audience cheering. Wow, that's crazy. Jeepers, guys. Whatever will we do? Is that it? Really? I'll have to look up something for the Unreal Engine 6 then.
Would you serve in heaven?
How's it going, Two Worlds?
I choose what once the cowards did not. Stronger! Use the lightest! And the last. We dare not set before. We
Damn, that does look really good.
For whom vengeance is reason enough.
Reduce the horsemen to common assassins. Are you not entertained? You'll never get away. Never! Don't forget who holds the leash.
I haven't forgotten.
Let's see what this baby can do. That was the trailer. That was it.
Oh, it's getting. Well, wow, this is getting very emotional
18
here.
years ago, we downloaded a game called Supersonic Acrobatic Rocket-Powered Battle Cars.
And so few of us played it, but the ones that did, we fell.
So that was it. That was the whole
7
announcement.
years ago,
What the hell are we supposed to do with that? Wasn't Rocket League made for like the PlayStation 4? You really gonna use a game that's literally like what, almost 10 years old? Seriously? That's what you use to unveil your new engine. Seriously? You couldn't have given us like The Witcher, or I don't know, maybe like a PlayStation 2 era game, but no, we gotta go with Rocket League. And it didn't really do shit. You can't even see the graphical, like anything. You can't see shadows, like nothing. Who the hell made that? Like, I'm actually really frustrated right now, but okay. At least we know they've made it the Unreal Engine 6, I guess. I guess that's something. It's fucking stupid. I think that's it for gaming, guys. It doesn't really seem like there's anything else. Oh, okay, this is that TikTok mom. I don't think that you should be able to make a channel around a child. I'm sorry, dude. There have been one too many parents that have gotten themselves thrown in jail for child abuse. I don't think, in my opinion, that any... I don't think that any TikTok channel, YouTube channel, Instagram, X, nothing should be made around a child. Because then you have these parents that just keep having kids, and then they don't actually want to take care of them.
Guilty of poisoning her husband, well, she decided to roll her eyes and laugh while she was being sentenced to life in prison. Clearly, there's just a whole new level of evil out there, and apparently they're on social media promoting kids' books.
A person convicted of those things.
Oh, I remember this. Well, maybe I was wrong about, well, no, I still feel that about the whole, like, kid thing about not being able to, you know, make an entire YouTube channel or whatever based on them. But if I'm not mistaken, she made a child's book that, like, was, like, supposed to mourn the death of her kid. But then, come to find out, the book wasn't even hers. She plagiarized it or something, right?
Simply too dangerous to ever be free.
I agree.
Wow, as if that's not horrifying. Surely you would have to be some type of sociopath to not even shed a tear thinking about, you know, the 3 children that you're leaving behind who now, you know, will be spending the rest of their lives without a father, thanks to you, and now without a mother. Again, thanks to you. But hey, clearly you have to be a type of person to, you know, take the life of your husband. But regardless, I mean, it's safe to say that based on what we've seen from her actions, it's safe to say she's a cold-blooded woman. And we're already well aware of the lack of empathy here.
Eric and I were extremely close. We went through school together and navigated life side by side.
Because as a lot—
Really? Bro, she's rolled her eyes at that shit. They need to put this bitch in, they need to give her like 700,000 years, man. What? When she gets out, or when she dies, they need to catch her a fucking attempted an escape a charge, and they need to give her another 1,000 years in the afterlife. Like, what the fuck?
And navigated life side by side.
Because as a lot of you guys know, we've been following the shocking story of Corey Richins for nearly 3 years now. And it's been a wild ride because we've just been watching this story unfold in real time. And this ranges from her going to ABC to promote a children's book about grief to actually being charged and found guilty of the very crime that she was supposed to be grieving from. Then, of course, finally her sentencing.
Yeah, well, what better way to, you know, if you're a hammer, you can turn problems into nails, right?
Also been there to watch unfold. And, you know, the way she acted since the crime happened has been very appalling, to say the least. But now,
yeah, we should bring back Salem witch trials, honestly.
Oh, she's
I mean, at this point,
again, by I guess
you got a crazy lady in the back of your car screaming like a banshee. It's time to get that exorcism, boys.
non-stop emoting during her sentencing and getting life in prison. I mean, she was laughing during the victim's impact statements, rolling her eyes at the sentencing, and shaking her head constantly. I would assume that she would know that's not going to help her, but clearly she doesn't care. It's not like she could do anything else to make her life worse at this point, considering, you know, she has life in prison. But regardless, I mean, I don't even know what her main goal with that was. I guess she just wanted to give some final attitude to her old family. It's like she wants the picture of her smirking to be used in the news, so I don't know, it just reaffirms to everyone that she is in fact a terrible human being. But also, too bad for Corey, because she looks even more unhinged than what she did before. Not to mention, you know, because she was like scoffing during her children's impact statements. It's hard to—
Yo, so you mean to tell me the schizo really sat there during the impact statements her 3 kids gave her, or gave the court, and she kept scoffing and rolling her eyes? Bro, they need to put this bitch in a hole. She don't need to go to jail. We gotta make public executions a thing again, bro. We got to. We have to do something, bro.
Ever redeem that.
You made me paranoid about sleeping on my dad's side of the bed by saying I might die or get harmed when I was just trying to be close to my dad after you killed him. You took away everything from me and my brothers.
But throughout this entire case, there's been tons of news, body cam, and court footage from this case that has just built up over the last 3 years. But what's important to know about this case is on March 4th, 2022, in the early hours, Corey Richins called the police to report her husband unresponsive in the bed and cold to touch after, I guess, what was supposed to be a normal night for them. First responders tried to save him, but unfortunately, Eric Richins,
3:22 in the morning,
had passed away, while he and Corey's 3 children were kept locked away in bedrooms, listening to everything unfold from behind the doors.
Where are your children now?
Asleep in that room, 2 are awake with their ear to the door.
You know what this reminds me of? Have y'all seen Predator 2? Where, Braxton, what was his name? What's his fucking name? One of the 3 cops. What was the name of one of the 3 cops that played in Predator 2? Cast of Predator 2. How's it going, Melissa? Bill Paxton. God, why is that? Bill Paxton, who was also in the Alien movies. By the way, Bill Paxton, Rip Bill Paxton, says to the female cop before she kicks him in the balls, you know, I stabbed him a whole bunch of times before, but he never died on me. It's like she's surprised that she poisoned her own fucking husband, and now that bitch is dead, and she's sad. Well, what the hell did you think would happen? Like, come on.
Where are the other two at that are awake?
No, my bedroom.
And where's that at?
There, first one to your left.
Okay.
And honestly, I'm still shocked that a mother would ever do this to her children, let alone her husband and herself, because she just destroyed her.
Nobody cares about her. Fuck her. You got the nerve to go out and kill somebody, and you take a contributing member of society out of society. You need to go to work camps. It's time for you to become a battery, or like you could be used for harvested organs, or so I don't know. Anything that doesn't involve your human rights, considering you violated the human rights of another human being, go fuck yourself. You get no sympathy from me. I would bring down not only the long arm of the law, but I would test the very threads of humanitarian rights.
For essentially zero upside. But family members came over that night to comfort Corey and the boys, and I guess try to get some answers. But what they didn't know at the time was that Corey was actually the one who was responsible for this nightmare in the first place. Because, again, I guess what they didn't know, Corey had landed herself in a substantial amount of debt. Like, I'm talking millions of dollars. And was desperate for Eric's life insurance to bail her out of this debt, I guess. Which is crazy. Do we I don't know, file for bankruptcy and lock in on the Dave Ramsey content, or B, kill your husband? I guess she picked B.
How the fuck do you even manage that shit, yo? Like, how do you manage to get yourself in millions of dollars worth of debt? Like hundreds of thousands, I can kind of see it because it's a student loans and stuff like that. I could see that, right? But how do you manage to, like, what is it that you do to get yourself in millions of dollars of debt? Like, ain't no car gonna be no millions of dollars in debt, like not even a house for the most part. Like, what the fuck are you doing that you accrue millions of dollars worth of debt, and you need to tell yourself that you have to kill somebody to get a life insurance policy? Like, what? How do you come to that conclusion? Like, I don't get that.
Option. But I guess I'm sure they had their suspicions about her intentions after Eric himself
she was
secretly met with a
influenced.
divorce
That's right.
and estate planning lawyer in 2020, and conveniently left his sister.
I don't really like the idea of capital punishment, though. I mean, I do for people that commit treason. But like, whenever there's a murderer or a mass murderer, I don't want to send them on a fucking vacation. I want them to either work it off, or we can keep them alive but like brain dead, and we can harvest their organs. Like, there are other things that we should be doing with these people that do mass murder or rape, stuff like that. There are things we should be doing with them, but we're not. And it really hurts me to know that. Like, we could even be doing like work camps, shit like that. But no, instead we just gonna put them in jail and let them rot away.
In charge of his estate.
So stupid. It's a waste of resources.
Passing. That would ring some alarm bells if he suddenly passed away. So it would definitely seem like he didn't really trust his wife. But of course, this is no one's fault but Corey's that any of this happened. Eric was simply trying to protect the children from their mother's recklessness should something happen to him. And even though he might have insinuated that he had suspicions leading up to his passing,
I probably did.
Actually,
I mean, if you've got stuff being put in your food that isn't like tasteless or odorless, you probably know something's up. Like that one cop that I had reacted to, where he was a Marine. He wasn't a cop. My bad. He was a Marine, and his wife was pouring bleach in his coffee. Like, And then he went to the police like on 3 separate occasions, and the third time he went, because every time they're like, he told them that something was up, they wouldn't listen, and then he recorded his wife doing it. And it's like, you know something is up. It's also like how the person is acting around you and stuff like that.
Assume that their partner is trying to take their life, especially if you didn't know of the massive problems they had underneath the surface. You know, like an affair or millions of dollars in debt, both of which Corey had. Essentially, Corey was really just going for the title of being the worst wife possible. Currently praying for everyone that no one ever gets stuck with a partner like Corey. We don't need any of that in her life. But unfortunately for her, since she wasn't going to be getting his $2 million life insurance policy in 2023, while the investigation was still ongoing, Corey decided to do what any grieving wife would naturally do, I guess, and write a children's book about coping with grief and try to go on some weird press tour.
My kids and I kind of wrote this book on the different emotions and grieving processes that we've experienced last year.
It looks like it's working just fine on my end on the big stream. Maybe refresh the page. Looks like it's working fine for me. Because I got like a full view of it and everything. Looks like it's linked up just fine. Probably just acting wacko. Who knows?
And, you know, hoping that it can kind of help other kids, you know.
Oh, yeah, no. You should, if you're caught cheating, you should get at least 5 years in jail. Like minimum. In some states, it's illegal. Like if you, now obviously there has to be a lot of restrictions to that. But if you marry somebody and come to find out you cheated on them, they should take all the assets. If they decide to divorce you, you should immediately have a maximum sentence of 5 years, and minimum and maximum. So like no matter what, you're getting 5. And then to boot, you whenever you divorce, if you decide to divorce them, you're able to take all the assets and leave them with any negative debt you owe.
Deal with this and kind of, you know, find happiness.
Make it as miserable as you possibly fucking can to deal with the emotional stress that those fucks put you through. It's annoying, and it's a nuisance.
This is when Corey Richards popped up on Book Talk. And this is what really turned all this into a spectacle because, you know, she entered the limelight. Currently, she was being investigated for the crime, but no charges had been filed. And at first, a lot of people believed her, and she actually got a decent amount of support. But unfortunately for her, only 1 month after her TV appearance, she was charged with the aggravated murder of her husband, Eric Richards, with 3 counts of possession of illicit substances with the intent to distribute. So obviously, that is not a good look if you're an author of a book.
You do realize that even if you kill somebody using poison, all they got to do is check the liver, right? Like, as long as it's not bones and it hasn't rotted to the point where they can't get a clean piece of the liver, they can always check for poison. They just take a piece of it off, drop it in a vial that's meant to detect it. Like, I don't understand why people assume that if they poison somebody, that they're just gonna be able to get away with it, like it's some kind of miraculous kill or something. I've never understood that.
A kid's book about how to grieve. Yeah, that would destroy a career about as fast as she destroyed her own family. And Corey, she was held in jail for years while different charges were added, amended, and removed. And those were fraud, forgery, attempted murder in relation to a different poisoning attempt that apparently happened on Valentine's Day of 2022, Jesus. 1 month before his actual passing. I mean, again, she is the worst wife I've ever heard anything about. And things really started to stack up against Corey and her obvious dislike for Eric's family. And that really made the public look at her and go, yeah, it looks like she did this. Everyone thought she was guilty. And I mean, she was found guilty in March of this year. So we don't really have to speculate anymore. And you guys might remember I made a video covering the trial and all the jaw-dropping revelations that came out of it. Like the fact that Corey allegedly paid for a ghostwriter to write up her children's book about grief that she was...
Oh, I thought she stole it. Okay, so she actually got somebody to write that shit, huh?
Public that she wrote with her sons about their deceased father. Like, hello? She couldn't even
How's it going, bestie?
do that?
We found text messages in Miss Richards'
base
phone
taste, my bad, base
and,
taste.
contact
She
named
must
Book Writing Link,
been
who was
playing
a
farmland.
bootlegger.
Oh yeah, maybe that. You know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe she was playing Farmland on her phone. Maybe that's how she accrued that debt. Come to find out, whenever the company got shut down and the dude got arrested and charged with 45,000 years in jail, she was like, fuck! Man!
Of some type regarding
maybe you're right.
writing the book for her.
Are they a ghostwriter?
Yeah.
She went on national television and told the world, I lost my husband, my kids lost their father. To cope with all this, we decided to write this book together. And a ghostwriter wrote it? Then on top of that, Eric was apparently found with 5 times lethal dose of on his body, and evidence showed Corey was
oh, damn, so she used the fent. Damn.
Purchasing that just, you know, around the same time from their housekeeper.
Damn, he must have had one hell of he must have had a fucking an immunity to that shit. 5 times the legal dose? Bro was using that in his spare time and she just didn't know it.
Apparently found with 5 times lethal dose of on his body, and evidence showed Corey was purchasing that just, you know, around the same time from their housekeeper, which is a crazy side hustle for a housekeeper. Imagine being a housekeeper by day, fence slinger by night. Whoa. Well, yeah.
How do you have so much money? You have a fucking housekeeper, and somehow that's just not enough. You gotta go and kill a dude. What the fuck? A housekeeper? How big is your fucking house?
Trial was a spectacle, live stream online for days on days.
I don't really think I could ever, like, unless I own like a mansion, there's no way in hell I'd ever get a housekeeper.
Corey,
bro, like what?
Worse and worse. I would have shown up to that, but I was currently at the TikTok psychic trial, which yes, I will be.
I would sooner spend money on a stay-at-home teacher for my child to be homeschooled than I would a housekeeper. Like that just I can't get over that. How like that house has to be what, like 7 bedrooms? There's no way that you need a housekeeper for a 7-bedroom house. Even that's a bit of a stretch. He's got a bitch got to be like 20 or 30, man. He got to be like a damn near in a motel. Like
a massive video on soon, but the problem is so much happened to that my video is now way over an hour long. So, and it just keeps on getting thicker. So that video will be out soon. But regardless, that trial, the Corey Richards trial, was also insane.
Oh, no. No, dude, I'm probably one of the few guys in here. Like my fiance fucking hates my guts. Cause like I'll put something down somewhere and I will flip my shit if somebody moves it. And I mean, like, you know, Ed and Eddie, Double D, my room used to look like that growing up if I was able to. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how my room is. Like everything has a place. I am very particular about every fucking thing.
I could have been there, but I can't be 2 places at one time. But regardless, the trial was such a train wreck that pretty much from the start, people could assume that she was going to be found guilty. One would think that Corey would just, you know, accept the consequences, but somehow Corey just created an even more disgusting scene at her sentencing.
No. You ain't doing it right. You ain't doing it right. You got kids that are slobs. What you do? I used to hang. So here's how crazy I was growing up. So, I would hang shirts on hangers on the wall. So what you got to do is you got to get yourself one of those door hooks, and what you do is you get like a nice, like maybe a metal hanger, like a metal one, not a wire hanger. There's a difference. And then what you do is you put the shirt in that, and then you put them in the shirt, and then you put them on the door, kind of like what they used to do in Malcolm in the Middle. And what you do is they're out of sight, out of mind. So when you go into a room to look at it, you know, you don't see no kids. It's all good in the neighborhood. Feed them twice a week. They're good to go. Don't do that, by the way. It's just a fucking joke. It's a joke. It's a joke.
Scoffing, laughing.
See, like, and that's the best part. Whenever you open the door and you walk into the room, they're behind the door on the door. So you ain't even got to worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might hear a little thud every now and then. They might go, hey, And you know, they're just hanging out, you know what I'm saying? They chilling.
And just being disrespectful to, I guess, what was her old family.
Prior to Eric's death, our families were very close. My daughters and his sons had strong friendships, and I had a meaningful individual relationship with each of my nephews. Our families shared holidays. The boys have expressed their confusion about these circumstances.
With you in jail, I will be able to continue to feel safe and live a happy and successful life without fear of you hurting me or anyone I love. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
She doesn't give two shits on one fuck. You know what this is? This is performative. You know why she's doing this? You see, watch her expressions. Do you see why she's doing this? I'll give you an example as to why she's doing this. Because she knows she's sitting right in front of a camera. Have y'all forgotten that this bitch is a TikToker?
Circumstances.
With you in jail, I will be able to continue to feel safe and live a happy and successful life without fear of you hurting me or anyone I love. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
It's just appalling. Like, imagine your own kid says they're scared of you and want you to spend life in prison, and you're chuckling to yourself. Yeah, it's just depressing.
No,
I know
she absolutely
does. Coached by Eric's family, and that's part of why she's laughing at their statements, because I guess she just thinks they're ridiculous.
In your opinion of me, in this case, and wild allegations would soon mirror those of the Virgins family. And that's exactly what happened.
Ma'am, you did this to yourself and to your kids and your husband. So enjoy prison for life. I'm just still kind of shocked that she doesn't have any sense of grief for, you know, the current situation. Like, man.
None of them do. The thing is like, you can't expect somebody that killed somebody in a way that she did it to have any remorse. She is just... It's never the fact that they've killed somebody. It's always the fact that they got caught that they're sorry about. I have seen enough of these to where I see these people and I'm like, you know what? That's why you gotta be completely fucking schizo with what you do with these people. Harvest their organs, take away any human rights they have, stone them, capital punishment, work camps. And I mean like hard labor work camps. I'm talking about like chain gangs out in the middle of the fucking day, guys on horseback with shotguns in their hands, all chained together working on a railroad that leads to bumfuck nowhere, like that kind of shit. Just turning big rocks into little rocks all day long for 16 hours. Straight up. Like you can't act like any of these people that go out and kill somebody have any actual emotions for anybody other than themselves. Nah. Nope. They'll never be sorry. They'll only ever be sorry they got caught.
Damn, you're never going to see your kids again, most likely. You had a great...
She was never... She didn't care about her kids when she was doing it. She didn't care about her kids when she did it. She still doesn't care about her kids when she's up there making faces for the camera. Not once did she give a single formal fucking apology. All you see is scoffing, eyes rolling, and this demeanor that says, I'm performative for the camera.
Now it's gone. Or, well, actually, you had a great family until you decided to cheat on them and run up $2 million of debt. I guess the debt could have been fixable. It would really suck. But the affair, that's harder to fix. Regardless, though, taking your husband's life is never the solution.
And she was cheating on him, too. I must have missed that earlier. She was cheating on his ass, too.
When she took the stand to make a final statement to her sweet baby boys, it's mostly about herself and how she was being treated unfairly, which just has me in shock. I mean, like, why would you not apologize for, I don't know, killing their father? Hello? In fact, she still firmly denies that she did that in her statement.
My sweet baby boys, I know that today you don't want to speak to me, have a relationship with me, or you may think you hate me, and that's okay. I will never be angry at you for your feelings with me, or you may think, boys,
I know that today you don't want to speak to me, have a relationship with me, but you may think you hate me.
You may think you hate me? You realize that this family's coming from a rather wealthy home? And if any of these kids are young, like young, you know that this bitch just ruined any ability that these kids are going to have at a normal life? You may think you... Dude, I hope they hate your fucking guts. I hope they get so physically ill when they look at you, they throw up. What do you mean you may think you hate me? You killed their dad. You're a monster. And then when they get older, if they're young, they're going to realize that. You're a piece of shit.
Okay, I will never be angry at you for your
crazy.
feelings. When the day comes that you're ready, I will be here for you, waiting for you, and loving you. But I need you.
It's crazy. Not only did, like, dude, let's say this is a dual person household. Like, a dual person. What the fuck does that, what does that even mean? Bro, this insomnia been kicking my ass. I don't know what the fuck. Let's say it's a dual income household, and you got both these parents that are able to afford this big ass house and this, the housekeeper. You realize that if they had downgraded, gotten rid of the housekeeper, probably sold off some of the cars, got a couple beater cars, they probably could have paid this shit off in a couple years without even having to file for bankruptcy with how much money they're paying on that house. Like, this debt could have been knocked out in like a year, maybe two. Like, if they sold everything, took all the money they got like a nice little 3-bedroom house, 2-bath, they could have made that shit work. But you killed him. And now you're fucking, now if you have younger kids, they're going to be in foster homes. If the other siblings don't want to pick them up, you know? Like, what?
Understand that I have been desperately trying to get in contact with you any way that I can for years. That all of my communication has been completely cut off from you since early 2024.
And if she is so adamant about not doing this, why is she smirking and giggling and doing all this crap during the trial? You would think an innocent person would be in complete disbelief and would be pretty hysterical, right? Like, you would think they would be kicking and screaming all the way to prison.
God did not put me in this world to take a life.
Well, let's go make a bite.
God put me in this world to give life. Your lives. And I don't know who or what I'm supposed to be if it's not a mother. Your mother. And as much as you've been influenced into thinking that Dad was murdered, that I took your dad from you, that is completely wrong. It's an absolute lie.
But I guess even when she's trying to, deliver this weird advice to her kids, because this is the only way she can communicate with them, she's very obviously...
Think about how much money they're spending on a fucking housekeeper. They got a fucking housekeeper. You know they got like $200,000-$300,000 cars. Sell the cars. Bro, you could easily pay that back. Dude, you think about how much faster y'all could have paid that back. And then you have like kids as well. Y'all could have asked the kids to chip in, get little jobs or something. Bro, like, it bothers me so much.
That also conveniently relates to her situation and how she's being persecuted.
Don't let anyone choose the direction of your life by their opinions and their judgments. Being able to hold yourself together in the worst of situations doesn't make you emotionless. Separating personal and business life and emotion.
I bet she was a real piece of work to live with, too. I bet she was just the best mother in the world to be around. What do you guys think? How often do you think that she even gave her kids a fucking hug? Because you noticed how those kids walked up to the stand, they didn't even acknowledge her existence? Typically, like, and this is why I say this, is typically if you have animosity towards somebody, you're going to look them in the eyes as much as you can. I noticed that all the people that stepped up to the microphone didn't even acknowledge her existence. I don't know if that's like a courtroom thing, but if I was given a statement like that, I'd be looking her in the eyes. It's almost like she was there, but not really there. It's the weirdest thing.
Doesn't make you unreasonable. Resentment can get the best of others. Don't let it get the best of you. People will always have a lot to say about life.
Yeah, like that's literally what I was thinking. As long as the kids made her look good, that's all she cared about. Who knows who knows what it was like actually living with her as her spouse? Like, I could, is this like a normal thing? This emotionless, this thing? Like,
you choose to live in.
So many questions.
Be healthy and be happy. That's all that matters. Sometimes people will want you to believe that life is simply black and white. The situations are black and white, but they're not.
Pretty black and white, I mean.
Situations, they are full of color. At the very least, shades of gray. Always question the color, even if you're only questioning the gray areas. Keep an open mind. Question situations and stay curious. You will have some people in your life tell you how their love for you is unconditional. But once your most private life has been revealed, you quickly find out just how conditional their love actually was. Choose the people you hold close to your heart wisely, and always be the friend that walks into somebody's life when everyone else chooses to walk out.
What an absolute fucking schizo. Takes no acknowledgement for what she did to that man and what she did to that family. Says that you should choose your loved ones more wisely because they'll effectively turn their back on you. What a fucking schizo. What an absolute fucking schizo.
Maybe don't kill your husband then. Essentially, she's just performing fake
Holy
emotional slam
God.
poetry for herself. And
Hold on, give it a second. Something going on with OBS.